Okay, today I'm going to talk about how to remove a head from a body on a pinball machine, and specifically a Bally slash Stern, because they're almost identical, and they made a crap ton of Bally and Stern machines. So most of the heads I remove, I'd say maybe 70% of them are Bally or Stern. I've done it probably 100 or 200 times now, and I'm about to do it again, so I thought I would record it because I'm already going to send this to someone. Shout out to my buddy Sean Russell. Actually, I'm going to send him the how to reattach the head video. I know he probably knows how to do it, but never hurts for a little refresher. And first thing you want to do is make sure you have lots of light. And the only other really tools you need are a Phillips screwdriver, a flashlight, and a ratchet. Where's my ratchet? So that's about all you need, and you can remove the head. I'm gonna just kind of assume you know how to take off the back glass and then open the back box door. It's very simple, so if you can get past that step, then this is where we're at. Oh yeah, the other tool you want, where did I put that? Oh, there it is right there. I was going to say, I should be prepared as a marker. This is what I like to do. So, you're going to have to remove anything, basically wire connectors that come up through this wire harness here. So you just start looking at the wires that come off this harness. It's going to be basically all these and a couple of these. It may look daunting, but it's not that bad. So I'll start with like lamp driver board here. Just kind of work off the connector nicely. Try and come straight off the connector, or else if you pull on one end and then the other, you're going to bend the pins. You don't want to do that. That is bad. So come off, take the connector off nice and straight, and then look at the board. It says right here, hopefully you can see that. You probably can't, but it says J3. That's the location of the connector. Now I will write on the edge of the connector J3. Just like that. Very simple. Move on to the next connectors. Peel them, kind of like pull them both ends off at the same time. That is connector J1. J1. Maybe my head's blocking that, I don't know. And then we'll go up to the MPU. A couple of the connectors are going to actually be labeled the same. This is J3, and this is also J3, but you're never going to be able to put that connector on there, so it's pretty idiot proof. You almost don't even need to label it, but I like to anyway. Just, I know what I'm doing, but not everybody does, so this is an extra, you know, idiot proofing just for anybody. So we'll mark that as a J2. Going over the solenoid driver board here. That, I've never actually had one of these. This is a Alltech replacement board. So how do they label their connectors? P1 and P2. So that's a first for me. This is a nice reproduction solenoid driver board. They're usually very repairable on the older ones, so never had, this machine came with that, which is kind of nice. Alright, P2. And this connector is going to have to come off. Label that P5. Are we recording okay? Everything good? Yep, so far so good. Hopefully my light is somewhat ample. Okay, and there's a little wire coming into the soundboard here. So it's just a 2-pin. Now you could actually put it on this way or that way, and I'm not really sure if that makes a difference, but I'll just put up on this side for this side goes up. That's the way it came, that's the way it works. But I think that might not make a difference. Okay, and then I already labeled this connector here, which goes to the back box, so I just put D for displays, one on each side of the connector. Obviously you can't really screw that up because there's no other square connectors. These things I find are often a pain in the butt, but when you're pulling these connectors, do not pull on the wires. You're going to pull the wires out of the terminals, and that's going to suck. You'll have to repin it. Pull on the housing. There we go, that's disconnected. And this soundboard looks like this connector does not have to come off. Okay, the two very most important connectors you need to pay close attention to are on the power supply. Removing them, you don't have to pay as much attention, but when reconnecting them, you can't screw this up or else bad things will happen. So we'll start over here, remove this. See, I just noticed this is also a reproduction board, and on some machines they don't use, I should grab the camera, but on this connector here there's an extra pin. Some machines use it, some machines don't. So gotta be aware of that. I gotta figure out a good way to do that. But you know, for the next person that sets this up, other than just telling them verbally, hey, put this connector on J1 on the power supply over to the left side because it doesn't use the pin on the right side. Nobody's gonna remember that. There's gotta be a better foolproof way. So at the very least, I'm gonna go left, right, left, and then you know, this side up, slash. That side up. Okay. You don't want to put this. Oh, okay. Good thing. It does have a key here, so that sometimes this is not there. This little key in the connector, so you can't actually screw that up, which is nice. But sometimes it just doesn't use that or have that, because these often get fried and people replace them. They don't put in a key, and you could actually put this in upside down, and then bad things really can happen. So I just put left, and you know, really what I should do is also put on the side J1. So there we go. You can't really screw that up now. You couldn't really before, but extra precaution is good precaution, especially on the power supply. So this is, I'll just say right and J2. There. Okay, we're done labeling connectors, that's it. We're free. And take the connectors off the clips. Get off there, come on. Feed the wires into the neck. One more thing you gotta do is the ground strap, which is right here, you can't see. There is just a Phillips screwdriver, or screw. Remove the screw, take the ground strap off, put it in the neck, take your screw, there's a washer on there too, and screw it right back down halfway. That way you don't lose the screw. And that's it. All you got to do now is take a ratchet. For the 3 head bolts, take these head bolts out. There'll be 2, 3, or 4 of them. Maybe 1, maybe none. Better not be none. Remove these, and the head will pop right off. You are free and clear. And that's it. You're done. I'm going to take another video now on how to reconnect the head. Hope you enjoyed.